The Electoral and Boundaries Commission admits that its policy prohibiting certain Commonwealth citizens from voting in Barbados breaks the law. That's our top story in our Barbados Today morning news update for Tuesday, April the 17th. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. The policy of the Electoral and Boundaries Commission that only Commonwealth citizens who hold the status of citizen, immigrant, or permanent resident can register to vote is in contravention of the Representation of the People Act. Deputy Solicitor General Donald Brathwaite QC conceded this point yesterday as the Court of Appeal began hearing a legal challenge brought by the state against the February 26 ruling of Chief Justice Sir Marston Gibson that Commonwealth citizens who meet the legal requirements under the Act are entitled to vote here. The Chief Electoral Officer's lawyers yesterday admitted that the policy was wrong and that the Commonwealth citizens who have residency of 3 or more years and meet all the requirements under the law were in fact eligible to be registered as voters. Nevertheless, Brathwaite still asks that Sir Marston's ruling be quashed by the appeal court, arguing that the trial judge erred in law when he ruled that Grenadian Mathlin Tulloch, Jamaican Michelle Melissa Russell, Montserratian Sharon Juliet Edgecombe Miller, and St. Lucian Professor Eddie Ventos had legal standing to pursue administrative remedies. In response, Attorney Weeks said the acknowledgement by the Crown that the ECB's policy was in fact contrary to the country's laws should be enough to overturn the appeal. However, the appeal court yesterday granted the Crown a stay of execution of Sir Marston's ruling in respect of Ventos, pending its judgment, which it reserved. 2 days before 36-year-old Onika King tragically lost her life, she was allegedly involved in a heated argument with her husband, David King. This disclosure was made by a close relative of the victim's husband, who is currently being sought by police for the killing. The stabbing death has come as a shock to family and friends of the couple, especially those who lived in close proximity to them in Leadville Christchurch. However, while expressing surprise over Onika's death, Gabriel King, who is her husband's uncle, revealed that the couple had a serious argument last week, which resulted in Onika moving out of their matrimonial home on Thursday. Utilities regulators have given the island's sole power company the go-ahead to recover some $22.9 million from consumers. The Fair Trading Commission yesterday announced it had approved a request from the Barbados Light and Power to recover the full cost of its 5-megawatt energy storage device, or ESD, through the fuel clause adjustment. Now, the Commission said the benefits from the use of the ESD include enhanced grid resilience through frequency and voltage regulation, improved reliability through the smoothing out of fluctuating supply and the provision of reserve capacity, and lower fuel costs to consumers. The Light and Power is also proposing to share a minimum of 5% of the fuel savings with consumers each year. At the same time, the FTC has rejected the company's request for an overall rate review, ruling instead that the use of the fuel clause adjustment would suffice for now, while the Commission closely monitors the device's cost recovery.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. St. Lucia's Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance, Alan Chastanet, is dismissing assertions that the country's Citizen by Investment program was on track to win the race to the bottom. The Prime Minister told reporters that St. Lucia's CIP unit was meeting its goals and was holding its own amid tough regional competition.
I've heard members on the opposite side suggest that our CIP program is at the bottom of the barrel, or the bottom of the list, or bottom in the Caribbean, because we lowered the prices. The fact is that we had a target of $44 million to be able to earn, and we've done that. In fact, we are about $1 or $2 million above that amount. The monies are in the process of being transferred over to the Ministry of Finance. So I'm satisfied that we're on target.
And on the international scene, U.S. President Donald Trump's personal lawyer was forced on Monday to reveal in a New York federal court that Fox News personality Sean Hannity, one of Trump's most ardent defenders, was also on his client list. Stormy Daniels, an adult film actress who claims to have had a sexual encounter with Trump, watched from the public gallery of the court.
While porn star Stormy Daniels triggered a media stampede on Monday, her appearance in federal court ultimately overshadowed by a bombshell disclosure from President Trump's longtime personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, who was forced to reveal that Fox News host Sean Hannity was one of his clients. The judge overruling Cohen's attempt to withhold his client's identity, who has been one of the president's biggest on-screen supporters. Hannity responding with a tweet saying, quote, "Michael Cohen has never represented me in any matter. I never retained him, received an invoice, or paid legal fees. I have occasionally had brief discussions with him about legal questions, about which I wanted his input and perspective." Reuters correspondent Brendan Pearson.
We don't know anything about the nature of the relationship between Cohen and Hannity, but we do know that Hannity had asked that his name be kept secret. That he did not want it out there, and the judge ordered it to be disclosed anyway.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.